I've been engineering FL Studio since 2020, recording in bedrooms, recording in the basement, to now owning my own studio. Now it's 2026 and the way I approach engineering is completely different. It isn't just about presets, not just about plugins. I run Studio 227 and today I'm breaking down exactly how I will approach engineering in 2026. Solo recording engineers, solo recording artists, the first thing on your mind should not be what's the best gear, because you know y'all on a budget. Most people are on a budget. This is the budget setup. So you really want to get what you can get your hands on, do your research, but really get what you can get your hands. I started out with a sound kit, with a kit that I got from OfferUp, and that's how I got started. But what should be on your top list should be a reliable laptop, a solid interface, so like the Focusrite, the Scarlett, great budget friendly option, one good microphone. I started out with the MXL 990 and I bought that off somebody, so that wasn't a fresh mic, you feel me? It was $90. And some acoustic treatment, so get some sound panels, any acoustic treatment. Clarity beats expensive gear all the time, especially when you know what you're doing. So knowledge beats expensive gear. Knowing what you're doing beats expensive gear. So don't focus on having the most expensive gear. Focus on learning how to make your vocals clear with what you got already. All right. So just to go through a couple things. All right. So a reliable laptop might be something like a 2020 MacBook, 2019 MacBook, 2016 MacBook. Really, whatever laptop you have, you can get started on that. Just make sure it has enough RAM. It's not skipping on you. You feel me? Then you should be good to go. Something like that. Any laptop you can get your hands on, a desktop, a computer. See how that works. As long as it's not skipping on you and crashing on you, then you're good to go. Anything like that passes. Now, as far as a solid interface, like I mentioned before, a Scarlett. That's like the most entry level interface that you could get. Cheap level interface you can get, a Scarlett. Also, the second interface I upgraded from when I got the Scarlett was the Audient ID4. That's like more of a $150, $200 range, but that's what I got after I got the Scarlett. So that's two options right there. And then a good microphone. I started with the MXL 990. That's $90. But it's also a lot of other mics like the AT20, the Audio Technica. Any Audio Technica should be good around that price range. So yeah, I'm just naming two: MXL 990 and AT220. And then get some acoustic panels, acoustic foam boards from Amazon. Get like 100 pack, 50 pack, place them around your room, or get like a sound ball, chaotic eyeball, to put over your mic to emulate like the booth, you feel me, and to make it feel like you in the booth, block out all that noise. I'm gonna put a picture of a eyeball right here, so this is what it look like, you feel me. So just running that back, everything should cost you, like for a laptop, I already had a laptop, but everything should cost you, or let's say a laptop, MacBook, you find a good joint online for around $250. You feel me? You find a laptop for $250. It don't gotta be a MacBook, it could be a Windows too, because I started on the Windows. Let's say you find a Windows for $250, right? You find an interface on OfferUp, somebody letting it go for the low. Let's say they letting it go for $75. You feel me? Alright, so that's $325 right there. Then you get a mic, you might come up to like $450, $100 and acoustic treatment, you feel me? But you can get started without the acoustic treatment, but this is what I would get. So, you know, if you got like $500 saved up, you can really get everything you got. Now, if you already got a laptop, you ain't really got to get too much. You feel me? You ain't really got to get too much. Not to mention the headphones, the speakers, the little extra miscellaneous cords and all that like that. But I'm going to put a list right here of everything so y'all see, and I'm not talking too much. All right, so now that you got everything situated, you got all your equipment ready and set up, the first thing I would do is download FL Studio. You feel me? Download FL Studio. imageline.com, download FL Studio and get FL Studio set up. I'm not going to sit here and go through how to set up FL Studios. There's plenty of videos out there online, but download FL Studio, and then once you download FL Studio, this is exactly what I would do. Okay, so as y'all see my screen, the first thing I would do once I have FL Studio downloaded and it opens up like this, the first thing I would do is go to Safari and search up a free recording template. There's plenty of free recording templates out there that use FL Studio stock plugins. So I will just type up free FL Studio recording template stock plugins. Right now, don't click no website that's selling them. You want to go to a forum Reddit forum and see what they have to offer. So I already searched up and tested about like 10 of these, and the best one I always come around to is this one right here. So I already have this downloaded. Just click that. It's going to open up in a Google Drive, and click the name, click download. It'll start preparing the full zip for you. Once it's downloaded, it'll download like this. It'll be in your downloads on Google. You'll open it up, extract everything from it. And you can even start with a template like this, out of one of these right here, DIY vocal template. It'll open up like this. And this is one of the versions that I already critiqued. So I'm going to open up my version that I saved. So once you have one of them downloaded, I'm going to show you what to do. We're going to start with the DIY vocal template. All right, so some of the things you need to know when you first operate in this is how to organize and customize your template. So that's one of the first things I want y'all to learn how to do, how to customize and organize the setup of your DAW. And the DAW we use in this FL Studio. So one of the first things I'm going to do is just right click over beat here, rename it, and I just wanted to say beat. So we're going to change that to beat. And also, I want to change it from the color purple, maroon, or purple, violet, to plain up red. I want to change that to straight up red. And that's how you do that. Right click over top, right click, and then that'll bring up the options. So that's one of the first things I'll start doing is organizing all of my names, what I wanted to say, right? And then as you come to the mixer, right? All right. So now that y'all know how to rename and color y'all spots, y'all now know how to organize the playlist. Now this is the playlist, right? The buttons up here, when I say playlist, this is what I mean. Now if you come over to the left side under right here where it says hint panel, every button that you hover over is going to tell you exactly what it does right there on the left top corner. So on this tab, the first tab that we in right now, this tab is called the playlist. And corresponding to the name, you'll also see a shortcut on how you can get to it. So right here on playlist, you also see it says F5. I'm going to hit F5, and that's going to take away the playlist, right? Now, to the right of playlist is the piano roll. If you was making beats, this is what you would be doing. But the main two screens that we'll be using as engineers is going to be the playlist, F5 as a shortcut, and the mixer, which is F9 as a shortcut. So just rotating from the mixer to the playlist. Mixer, playlist, mixer, playlist, right? And that's how it works. So let's say I wanted to move my record here button above the beat. That's how I go. Or if I wanted to move down, that's how I would go. Right click, toggle the options, move down. Right click, toggle the options, move down. And it's kind of the same with with everything right here. So let's organize the mixer. No, actually, let's give the beat. So y'all see how everything has a corresponding thing on the mixer? Like hook 1 has a spot on the playlist as hook 1. Hook 2 has a spot. Everything has a spot, but the beat doesn't have a spot on the mixer. So you might have to throw some plugins on the beat. So this is what you'll want to do. Right click over beat, go to track mode, audio track, and give that to wherever you want the beat to go. I want it to be an 8. So that's going to be an insert 8. Rename that beat caps. And you see the beat just popped up right here. And now you have your beat, right? So organizing, colorizing, and setting up your playlist to your mixer. Let's say I understand that, right? After that, it's time to start recording. I will go to the options, right? Audio settings. Make sure that whatever interface I'm using is toggled in the device slot right here. Is toggled in this device slot. So currently I'm using a audio USB twin, right? So it says universal audio USB, If I was using the Scarlett, it would say something like Scarlett, or if I was using the Audient, it would say something like Audient, and I would just make sure that's selected and that is right. All right, so another thing to mention right here, buffer length controls the latency. Latency is if you hear yourself talking in the mic and it sounds late, That's what latency is. So mine is automatically selected on 512, but that's because my latency isn't controlled through the laptop, it's controlled through my Apollo. Now, if you're using the Scarlett, you'll have a slide right here that looks like this right here, and they have numbers. Usually I keep mine around 312. But if you turn this all the way down to 0, you might start getting some skips and lagging within your DAW. So slowly drag your buffer length up from around 100 to 300 to 400 and see where's the sweet spot at, where you don't get any skips, any buffers, and it's running completely smooth. This is one of the most important steps right here. Making sure your buffer length is at the correct spot so your computer isn't skipping or lagging during your recording process. All right, so let's say I got all of this set up right here. I'm gonna exit out and I'm gonna go back towards the mixer, right? So now I'm in the mixer, I need to create a record slot. So now that I'm in the mixer, I need to toggle a record slot so that my audio can get picked up, right? I'm going to rename this to record, and I'm going to color it red as well, okay? And I'm going to change this from here to record, and that's this. So let's see, right here up top, so look, you see how this says none on insert 2? You want to make insert 1 or whatever slot I usually do insert 1 as the record slot. Come here to the top, and all right, now this is also important right here. Now where you see it says universal audio USB stereo, you don't want to click anything in stereo. Stereo is one speaker in, one speaker out. You want to do mono. Mono is combined audio. So I'm going to do mono. Sometimes when you starting it up, you might need to select line 2 and then go back to line 1. But always make sure that it's on mono mic 1 if that's the input on your interface. If you have it on your interface as line 2, then click line 2. But mine is in line 1, so I'm gonna toggle it to be microphone mono line 1. And as you can see on the left hand side, the audio starts to pick up. So look, check. You see I'm actually talking in the mic. I'm talking in the mic, and you can see it moving up on the screen. So I'm pretty much ready to record right now. So after that, I will go back to Safari, go to YouTube, and search up any beat. I'm just gonna search up type beat 2026. All right, so this is another trick I like to do when searching up beats. I just go to videos and then post it either today or this week. I'm gonna go this week. Play any beat. I usually click the ones with the least amount of views. Then you want to go to any YouTube to MP3 download converter. Copy the link that you're going copy the beat link. Then drop that into one of the YouTube to MP3 converters. Just wait for it to download. Right, and since it's a melodic beat, you want to also get the auto tune. So you want to go to search up TuneBat.com. TuneBat.com is how you get the auto tune. All right, so let's say you got the beat loaded up now, right? This is one of the most important things that you want to do once you finally load up the beat. So y'all see this little wave file next to the beat name. Once you load it up into the beat, y'all want to left click that or click that, come over to detect tempo, click detect tempo, and you want to search and you want to click from so if it say 88 estimated, you want to click 75 to 150 to get in that range. And you see what FL Studio spit out the tempo was 85, and you want to click yes. Now you have your timeline is adjusted. Everything you say is going to sound on beat as long as you saying it on beat, and now the timeline actually matches the beat. So let's say the auto tune you got from TuneBat is, let's just look it up. Let's say the auto tune you got from TuneBat is an E minor, right? The auto tune on this template that is using is pitcher. So you want to click and put it in a minor scale, right? And then also put it in the correct key, which is E. So now this is the correct auto tune. It would be the same thing if you was using any auto tune in the world. It's the same thing. Put it in the correct scale of the beat, and then the right key, and now your auto tune is going to sound perfect. So come back to the mixer, click 3, 2, 1 to toggle down the 3, 2, 1 countdown. This button right here is the record button. So once you click it, it'll turn red, and that means it's actually recording. You can also press the key R, and then it'll work like that. So let's play the beat, click record, and just like that, you're ready to record, and you see it's tracking right here. I'm going to start talking into the mic. Check, 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 check. Check, look, yeah, I say, I just did a tutorial. I just taught you how to record on FL Studio. Do you feel me? See, now I'm going to play it back. All right, so look, as you see, after I was done recording, right, it printed on a record slot, but on the record slot is no plugins on it, so it's going to sound raw. What you want to do is click either the key E, or this button right here where I'm at, the select button. Drag over top of it, come down on it so it's selected, or drag from underneath of it, or just drag how I'm dragging. You see like I'm not hovering over it, or you can also click it. Or you can drag it, not hovering over it. I'm dragging from somewhere else and then selecting it, and then click the key shift and then the arrow key up to put it into whatever slot you wanted it into. So if that was a verse, I would put it in the verse. If that was a hook, I'm going to put it in the hook. You feel me? And I'm going to click play. Check, check, check. Yeah, I say, mic, check, 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 check. Look, yeah, I say, I just did a tutorial. I just taught you how to record on FL Studio. You feel me? See, now I'm going to play. Alright, so I know that was just a long breakdown of everything. So now here is just like some quick shortcuts so I can get straight to it if y'all need to screenshot this and come back to it later. Here's like the main shortcuts y'all need to really go to, because I know I was just talking a lot. So here's just like some quick, straight to the point, straightforward, necessary options that you need to get to start recording.